Top 5 tips for HYDRA. I'm super pumped for this video because HYDRA is one of my favorite game modes for getting tremendously good rewards, starting off with the champion that you get once you participate enough in HYDRA, and that it's going to be Mythrala. She's amazing, and she's also very, very useful inside of HYDRA, and we're going to do something special today. We are going to play all 3 keys, and I'm going to open up the max reward for last week, and you will see how easy it is and how good the rewards are, so that you're going to want to push to get the 18 members to build 3 different teams to do well in HYDRA. Tip number 1 is going to be knowing the accuracy requirements. So there is 4 different difficulties: normal, hard, brutal, and nightmare. And going into battle with enough accuracy is going to lead to a lot of success. Now, the first 2 difficulties, normal and hard, need about 200 accuracy on your champions if you want to have success with landing negative effects or stripping off the positive effects on the other side. Now, once we get up to brutal, the number is going to have to jump up to 300 to have a 97%. Now, there's always going to be a 3% fail rate, and the maximum amount that you could ever get at any given time is 97. So going much, much higher than that is not helpful in the HYDRA battle. Then you're going to participate in the nightmare difficulty. Oof, 400 accuracy. And that is very, very challenging to do. That's really high and may require having a leadership ability with accuracy, or a champion that gives accuracy up, or a champion that boosts the accuracy through their passive effects. But knowing the accuracy requirements is going to be super helpful inside of HYDRA. Tip number 2, it's going to have to take some champions in that put block buffs, because there is going to be so many buffs on the other side. They can steal the buffs from you, and then they go across the board, and you will die if they get a ton of buffs on the other side. So having a champion that uses block buffs is going to be super important for doing that. Now, I do have a promo code and the link in the description, or the QR code on the screen. If you do that, you're going to start off with 3 legendaries and 3 epics. The epic champion that was right there on the screen was Ugo, super helpful in HYDRA because she does that. The other one is going to be Sun Wukong, which you can use promo code Monkey King in the first 24 hours. And if you log in for 7 days, you're going to get one of the turtles. You're going to get Michelangelo. He's very good also. Haven't tried him in HYDRA, but I've tried him a lot of other places. He's very good. All right, tip number 3 is Hex. So we talked about Mythrala is one of the champions that you get by participating in HYDRA. She's a very important legendary champion. I use her almost everywhere all the time, and she is a Hex-based champion. There is a head in there, the head of mischief, which when you target him, he redeflects it to the other heads 75% of the time. It's super annoying, especially when he comes in and swallows one of your guys, and then you're trying to get your guy back by getting through the green health bar, but you can't target him. Hex allows you to target him. So you're going to need some sort of champion that has a way of applying AoE Hex. Now, the second reason why Hex is super important inside of HYDRA is that because there's 4 targets, this is going to immensely improve the damage output just by the nature of the way that Hex works. And because there's 4 champions, that's when Hex is going to give you the most benefit, where in other clan boss game modes, not so much. Like, Hex is still useful, I guess, at times inside of Chimera or inside of Demon Lord, but it really shines inside HYDRA. Plus, with the right Hex champions, you can get a lot of combos because characters will do special things with Hex. So let's go to the next tip. The next tip is going to make use of Perfect Veil, or have a plan for the Head of Torment and True Fear. The easiest way to run into monstrous amounts of difficulties is to hit this guy right here, which is one of the blue guys, and then he will apply True Fear to you. And when True Fear shows up on you, when you take a turn, 50% of the time, nothing is going to happen. So the easiest way to get around that is with Perfect Veil. Now, not a lot of champions have Perfect Veil, but one of the more common ones is going to be Rector Drath, who is an epic And I have to take a champion like that, or else I'm going to have a problem. So just keep that in mind. Also, having a way of cleansing this is also super helpful. So having either Perfect Veil or champions that can cleanse that is going to be a big deal. Other champion I just wanted to bring up, like a bonus tip, if you will, is going to be another epic called Inquisitor Shamel. He's got this really interesting mechanic which does damage and also boosts turn meter and also gets rid of it. If you come across this guy, he is a huge help inside of HYDRA. And then again, Rector Drath is another epic. She provides the perfect veil. The next tip is Provoke. And I'm going to just straight up tell you, everybody tells me to use Provoke. I have never done this one. I just want to say everybody else is like, use Provoke. Yeah, I've never done it. There's another, I've never done this.
Nope.
And this has to do with the Head of Decay. The Head of Decay can be provoked, which is going to stop him from cleansing his team. Prevents the cleansing. And then whenever a character has Provoke, and only one of the heads can be provoked, they basically can only do their basic attack on you. So keep that in mind. Provoke is super helpful. Now, the best tip that helped me the most was use the Hell Hades optimizer. So most people use the Hell Hades artifact extractor on the PC client just to manage their artifacts, to equip characters and things like that. There's also a team optimizer tool. So it knows your roster. You can go in and select whatever HYDRA rotation you're in. There's several. You got several HYDRA rotations. You can select the difficulty, and then it will show you what other people did with the characters that are in your roster. That's the key point. It's a personalized recommendation for you and your roster. One of the things that I often do was turn on the feature right here for 6-star ascended only. That way it doesn't show champions that I don't have upgraded, but also when I wasn't doing that, it would show me patterns of characters that are super useful that I have not upgraded yet. And this provided me a plan of attack. And once I saw that, wow, this character is showing up everywhere, well, I better start using him. So it definitely gave me some insight of what characters I already have in my roster that I need to upgrade. Upgrading characters in Raid Shadow Legends takes a lot of time, and to do it all willy-nilly without a purpose is a mistake because of a limited amount of resources. Now, I want to share some of the reason to do all this, and I'm going to say is prior to, like 3 weeks ago, I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to switch my camera to the other side. Prior to 3 weeks ago, I was spending about 3 hours a week to max this out. And what I mean max out is every week you do damage down here based on the difficulty, and you get more points based on the difficulty. But getting to 1.2 billion and getting all 4 chests is a thing. Then, depending on where my alliance is, and if I did over 650 million, I'm going to get the max chest. So I'm going to open this right here, just to show what max rewards can do for you. And then after I've collected all my rewards, I'm going to show how easy it is to do the HYDRA once you've got it all set up. And hopefully I'll be able to get max rewards real quickly here, and I'll look awesome.
No.
Well, anyways, this is kind of fun. Look at this. Mythicals. Oh my God, mythicals everywhere. And this is going to be protection and stone skin, which are super, super important. Look at that. That is fantastic. I'm going to upgrade this a little bit because wow. And this is for skinwalkers. So this is going to be super useful in so many different places. What I do with some of the, all kinds of good stuff, right? It's just like, that's probably going to be pretty good. Probably going to get, you got a ring right there for a Knight's Revenant. We've got a Demon Spawn amulet. And then we got another Sylvan Watcher ring. And then right here, a banner. On the banners, I'm always looking for more speed. And so I'm hoping that I will upgrade speed. Now, if I That's great. That's going to get used. Absolutely going to get used. And getting them inside of the accessories is going to be super amazing. There's another amulet with accuracy. And what is that? That's a mythical book. That's right. Sometimes you get legendary or mythicals. Now, if you have mythicals, you'll know how challenging it is to get mythical books. Right now, I only have 2 mythicals and both of them are fully booked. But if I didn't, these are super hard to come by, and mythical champions take a ton of books. Now, also, let's get out of this. We got to go over here. Now, here are the last 3 difficulties, and I did max chest, and then because my alliance did enough damage, I get 2 of them. We'll showcase the rewards here. So this is going to be the weakest of the 3. So there we go. Not going to use that probably. That might be used. I upgrade these. What I'm looking for here is I'm hoping that I get a double roll and then a triple roll. And then if I get a triple roll on one of the top 3 pieces, which is going to be a weapon, shield, or helmet, then I will consider re-rolling it and hoping I get a triple speed roll. So even on these, well, that's only on epics or higher. So rares, not so important. Then I'm also getting soul stones. The soul stones, I believe before I was getting Mithrala shards, and now it seems that I could get soul stones. So this is probably not going to get used right there. All right, that's the first chest. Here's the second chest, and we have 4 more chests after this one, and they get better and better, and we get more mythicals. We get so many good stuff. All right, resistance. We got speed here. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I'll get a double speed. That's not going to help me. We want to do... No, we get... Hitting the wrong buttons today. We're trying to go too fast. All right, let's see if we get double speed. That's probably not going to get used at that point. But let's see, helmet, protection. What I'm looking for on this one here is to get a double roll. Nope. Okay. And then here we've got another one. What I'm hoping is that it goes all into speed. I mean, that's what I need right now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a double speed. Let's see if it rolls up to triple speed. All right, it did not. Okay, we still have 4 more of these. Let's keep going. We got brutal. Claim that. Okay. Let's see. Boots. Probably won't use that. Probably won't use that. Chest attack. Maybe. You never know. You never know. Some champions need lots of attack, and it's the percent. All right, we'll just leave that for now. And then right here, we got the shield. Shields, I'm looking for a double in any single one of these. Nope, it didn't happen. Probably won't use that. At some point in time, you just got to use whatever you have. And then you get pickier and pickier. And I'm sure once I've been playing the game for a long time, everything's going to be trash because I'm only looking 1 piece of gear. But right now, as soon as I started getting these rewards, my account started doing better in all different parts of the game, which was kind of a big deal. So I got a double crit rate. I was hoping to get a 3rd one there in crit rate. Then I could re-roll it for speed. All right, this is chest number 3. We're gonna upgrade this up there. I just like to do this. There actually is an artifact silver event right now. I normally I don't like that. I probably wouldn't do this until there's an event, but there is an event running right now for spend silver. So this is the perfect time to be doing this. All right, let's go to 8. I'm looking for a triple roll. Nope. So I'm taking them up to 8 just to see where it takes me. Accuracy, that's a good one. Ooh, accuracy plus speed. I like this. But actually, this seems pretty good. All right, well, I was hoping to get accuracy plus speed there. Still might get used. Ooh, look at the mythical. Oh, but let's see if I can get double HP percent. That might be a monster win. Crit rate, crit damage, not terrible for sure. And then we got a epic stone skin shield. So these are not the best rewards. The best rewards are going to be in the next 2 chests. Let's go into the nightmare chest and I will get 2 more. All right. And what do we get here? Oh, look at that. All right, look at this. Attack. All right, we get speed. Let's see if we get speed here. Actually, I like this one a lot. That looks great. All right, I'm going to take this up to 12 to see if I can get a 3 roll there. Nope. Okay. Triple rolls are important if you're going to respec them. Accuracy seems to be a very important stat in Raid Shadow Legends, more so than a lot of the other stats. Probably second only to speed. All right. Let's see. We got to get a double. Nope. Okay, we'll keep going. We got a helmet. Let's see if we get a double roll on that. All right, there we go. All right, this is because we got a 1 in 3 chance that this might be super amazing. Okay, we're gonna come back to that, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Resistance 43, fine, but we're gonna come back to that at the very, very end. So I have one helmet that I want to respec, and there's a chance that that will turn into something over the top good. It could end up being a triple speed, is what I'm thinking. Oh, we got a double speed there. Whoa, look at this one. Crit damage. Oh boy. Yes. This is great. I think this is going to be great. HP plus speed. Woo. With crit damage, I can think of so many champions. That's going to be a great one there. All right. I'm getting excited now. Okay, here we go. I'm easily entertained. All right. We're going to run out of silver, though, at some point. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to sell off a lot of this stuff at some point. I'm getting ready to do a gear cleanse. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, let's go to the next one. We get the last one right here. Let's see. Speed boots? Nope. All right. I need speed boots. All right. I got helmet. And all right, let's take that up. We got a 1 in 3 chance. Actually, accuracy is pretty good anyways. Okay, so we got 2 of them. So we got 2 I'm going to re-roll later. And I only re-roll helmets, shields, and weapons typically. I don't mess with the bottom 3 because that resets their, I don't like that. That resets their primary stat, and that could be bad. You know, I could get a flat defense or a flat attack, and I'm not going to be okay with that. Now, on a weapon, it's always attack. So I'm only looking at the substats on a weapon. Okay, here we go. And what do we got here? Protection 8. All right. All right, let's take that up to 12. So far, I've got 2 that I'm going to respec at the very end. Let's see. Ooh, helmet with speed. Maybe we get this one to go. I think I've got a bunch of playable pieces already. All right, 1 in 3 chance. Well, that'll go up to a 3 right there. Did not proc. Okay. Let's do the next. And we're done. Okay. So I want to just show how much time this takes once my teams are all set up and I've invested lots of time in getting this to work. So we are in Nightmare. This is my Nightmare team. And it's all set up. Again, I've got a champion that provides perfect veil and block. And then that is also going to be a massive accuracy boost. Then we've also got a champion that provides hex. We've got damage dealer, and then we've got a revive cleanse. So that's going to be my first team right now. We've got it loaded up. And I've got 9 quick battles. Hopefully I get like some monster 300 million. See, this has got to go up to like, keep going. Okay. 336 million, 1.3 billion points. Going to keep that. That's done. And that's going to give me those 4 chests, which we're also going to open. See, that maxes out that other screen that we were in. HYDRA class. Look at this. 1. We get 4 more chests. All right, 2 more rings, yay! And then we got another banner. I always look at these banners. Oh, look at we got speed. All right, maybe we'll get some massive amounts of speed. We're out of silver. Well, we're just not going to play with that for now. We may not be able to finish off the rest of it because I'm going to have to sell some things. That's going to take me a minute. But I think you get the idea. Lots of good rewards. Look at that. Mythicals. All that right there is you saw the rewards for the week. That was it right there. That is 1 week's worth of max rewards in HYDRA. And now that I've got my team set up, it's so much easier. All right, so we've already done that. We're going to go into team 2. We've got a hex champion. We've got a defense down speed up chancer. We've got a buff extender, healer, and then right here is the champion that's going to deal with the true fear. And then we've got our block buffs. So all of those tips, everything but the provoke, right? But these are the tips from earlier. And as long as I get max chests here, and I want to make sure, let's take a look at what that is before we hit the button. We want to get 29 million damage. I believe that won't be a problem, but I'm not going to be too picky about this if I get over 29 million, because I already got the max returns on the first attack. Okay, so it's going through. That's 77 million. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep that. And you're going to have to tune your roster to get this to work. Like I said, there's it takes a lot of time. I'm going to say this took about 3 hours a week for several months to get this to finally tuned in. There's that champion. These are the champions I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. The ones I was missing in this promo code. Let's do this, and then I will show it to you. All right, is that enough? Chest rewards? That is enough. We're done. Keep result. All right, if you've not done so already, click the link in the description or scan the QR code, and you'll be on your Raid Shadow Legends HYDRA journey right out of the gate with Ugo and Sun Wukong. Will be helpful. I just did it on that last battle right there to get the chest on the third hardest difficulty. And then also we've got tons of promotions for Michelangelo for 7 days. You got something out of the video today? Leave a like, subscribe, all of that YouTube stuff. And also, if there is a super important tip that I left out, put that in the comment section. Love to learn more about it. Bye for now.